Devilman is a lot more cosmic horror than you think. I still remember the first time that I read the last couple chapters of Devilman. It ranks as one of the most impactful moments in a story that I've ever read. The tragedy of it all and the hopelessness is crushing. Most importantly, there's that lingering feeling of insignificance. I couldn't describe it at the time, but Devilman might have been my gateway to cosmic horror. I'm not entirely sure if Devilman was influenced by the likes of H.P. Lovecraft, but there's just way too many things that add up. The concept of the world being inhabited by far more powerful creatures like demons, and their waiting to be awakened, is strikingly similar to Lovecraft. As the first chapter continues, we get more insight into how the demons work. Ryu even goes on to say that a hydrogen bomb wouldn't be enough to wipe out all the demons. Everything happens so fast, and it just makes the reader so frightened by the overwhelming information. Just when you think it can't get any more hopeless, the demons are already here. In most cosmic horror stories, the very sight of the unknown creatures can cause madness. They don't immediately seem to cause it, at least not with Akira and Ryu, but for the rest of the population, that's not the case, especially later on in the story. A lot of the demons shown feature some of the staples of the genre like tentacles, but that could also just be a Japan thing. I guess you could say that after Akira acquires Amon, he has to deal with the psychological effects that come with it. He doesn't seem to be affected by it mentally, but it seals his fate for the rest of the story. Now that he's learned of demons' existences, he can't go back to a normal life. What starts off as a shonen or comic book style manga quickly escalates into a dark trip about war and existence. The demons have fully been able to merge and disguise themselves as humans, which leads us to the question of who is and isn't a human being. Despite how goofy and dated a lot of Devilman may seem, the meat of the story is actually pretty harrowing. The existentialism combined with the cosmic horror makes it stand out as one of the darkest manga ever. I can't really understate how potent the hopelessness is when the story starts kicking into gear. Thanks to the quick pacing of the manga, it heightens that sense of hopelessness because it all happens too quickly. Feeling insignificant is a vital part of cosmic horror to work well, and boy does it work well in Devilman. Initially, it feels like Akira might have a chance against the odds, but no matter what he does, he can't win. All hell literally breaks loose when King Xenon appears. His very appearance drives the world into madness. The humans don't stand any chance against the demons, regardless of all their power. They even manage to take over the entire countries in mere minutes when it all starts. This sends humanity down to its worst instincts until there's nothing left. When I think of Devilman, cosmic horror doesn't really come to mind, but you can clearly see that it's at least influenced by the genre. I think it's probably one of the best aged aspects of the manga. It's also a part that gets overlooked, and I think it's an extremely underrated interpretation of cosmic horror.